Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot. Yep, got a new name today. Jesse Olson. Still raining, right? We're in Orange County, California. And yes, it's still raining. I get a lot of messages from family in Minnesota, probably because they are watching the news and they think all of California is flooding. A lot of California is flooding, but that seems to be more of like San Diego and north of LA or even LA County, everywhere but Orange County, right? So it's still raining here, but it's not flooding here. It seems like it's just been like perpetual sprinkling for like a week now. So interesting. We usually don't get this much rain, so I'm sure it's good for all the reservoirs, stuff like that. So with that, the first 15, 30 minutes, we typically dive in the charts as much as possible. Still getting our energy back, still battling through, but we're getting better every single day as of right now, and we're getting better and better. So probably going to try to keep these live streams to about 30 minutes and maybe not do as many requests. So make sure to get all the details in, whether that is the ticker symbol, crypto, stock, whatever the type of asset class it is, and then any details of what you're looking to do with that asset that would be helpful for when I go through and search for it and stuff like that, in case I've never charted it before or it's been a long time. So with that, we're gonna jump right in and try to keep it about 30 minutes, and then we'll get rock and rolling from there. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Help me, help you, help me, and let's get going. So Bitcoin, here we are, right? 2 months later. 2 months later. We've been talking about it since December 7th, roughly, December 6th, December 8th, somewhere around in that time frame. And Bitcoin's been at about that 43,400-ish level. Yes, it spiked up, it spiked below, and but overall the last 2 months has just basically been $43,000 Bitcoin, right? So is it a stable coin now? Is it a stable coin? No, a lot of people like to call that out. Oh, it's a stable coin, but either they're joking or who knows whatever it is. But $43,000 Bitcoin again. Here we are, pumped up to like $250 again. So we will see. It's retraced to a key target area, and we talked about it back when it was back below $40,000. Could it retrace back to the 43,800 all the way to 45,000 ish level? And it did. It hit 43,900, and it's still holding above the trending dots as of right now. But for how long, right? For how long? So is this going to be a breakout, or is it going to be a fake out? And then we see those lower prices that we've been talking about for more than 2 months now, right? So for more than 2 months, we will see if it's going to break down and start breaking down back below the trending dots or not, or if it's going to find support and then continue higher from here. So let's put on all the targets and stuff. We've covering it. We've been covering it. Hit the fourth longer term target at 48,600 ish. After that, came back down, hit 2 out of the 4 retracement targets to the downside, and now we're just kind of watching and waiting if it's going to find support or if it's going to continue back down lower and hit at least target 3, if not target 4, prior to the halving. I haven't looked at the estimated halving date in probably a few weeks or a couple weeks at least. Last time I checked, it was April 17th, but it is a moving target, and so I'll have to probably take a look at it. Maybe we'll take a look at it before tomorrow's live stream as well. So we'll continue to watch it. With whether it's within a week or so, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just on there as like a bookmark of when the next halving event is going to be, and then see if price goes to a lower area, target 3 or target 4, find support, and then starts to make a move prior to the next halving. So it's the same thing that we've been talking about for a couple months, and we're still watching and waiting for it. And we'll see if it's going to play out that way or not. A milestone is if it starts closing back above the 43,350-ish, then it could be starting, it may be finding support, may have found support at the trailing dots, and then a milestone is closing back above there, and we'll see if it starts to make a move from that point. So most of the crypto assets have not broken out. They're still going through a correction as well, probably waiting for Daddy Bitcoin to make its move and stuff. But Chainlink did. Chainlink did. And Chainlink did kind of lead the way last time on the crypto assets. Will it lead the way again this time? So we'll see. Javier, Jesse, my man, how's it going for you today? Better. It's going better. Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Have a nice morning, Market Snipers. Yep. Thanks, Javier. Appreciate that. That's nice. Good morning, Market Snipers. Good morning, everybody. Mois. Hi, Jesse. It was LAES, NASDAQ. Got it. All right. So then we can take a look at it. Thank you for clarifying. That was your request yesterday. So we'll definitely take a look at it today. And it helps when you put it out, whether it's crypto or NASDAQ or whatever. So Lawrence, good morning. Welcome back. Ollie, welcome back. Good to see everyone back. That's Bitcoin. So, it's not trending up or trending down. It's sideways, right? So there's not much we can actually add. We mapped everything else out all the way back here. After hitting the longer term target 4, right? Then we mapped out these targets to the downside. And after hitting 2 of the 4 targets to the downside, there's not much else to add, right? There's just nothing else to add when price is going sideways for 2 months, more or less, right? If you look at it from back here, it's still the same price, right? So we'll continue to watch it. We'll see how it unfolds, see if it's going to break back down. Yesterday's pending sell signal disappeared. Then it came back towards the end, but then ended up closing without a pending sell signal. Without a sell signal, it was a pending sell. Then it disappeared, then it came back, and then it disappeared, right? So a lot happened in one daily candle, and not much happened in one daily candle all at the same time. That is Bitcoin. So I moved up the NASDAQ from over here. Wanted to kind of talk about this. Again, we had bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence, and then this could be, let's see, is that additional possible bearish divergence? We have a pending sell signal on the RSI. And so we're going to find out if it's going to go through a correction, and we'll see if prices come back down and retest that $17,000 level on the NASDAQ futures and see if it goes down even lower from there. We'll find out. But it's starting to put in lower RSI peaks, and then eventually price could be catching up. So we'll find out if it does or not. There is bearish divergence on the NASDAQ. Gert, Jan, Tenhove, good evening. Good evening, Kurt, Jan. Good to see you back here. And let's keep going. So it's still bullish overall on the NASDAQ, right? It's still bullish on the daily. It's still bullish on the weekly, but pointing out that there is bearish divergence, and we could see a retracement sooner rather than later. And we'll find out. The Russell 2000 did already have a sell signal and has corrected a little bit. We'll take a look at it. S&P 500, right? A lot of similarity. Here, let's take this off. This is an old rising wedge that we did basically off the lower time frames. We have bearish divergence, right? Going back to January, and then additional bearish divergence. We'll find out. It seems like price is just kind of barely holding on to this upward trend line that was drawn out a while back in early 2024. Excuse me. So we will see. All right. So SP 500, bearish divergence, still holding on as of right now, still above the trading dots, still bullish as of right now. Dow Jones looks like it was starting to break back down below this trend line, right? Let's see. How do I want to draw the trend line? maybe I want to adjust it to like more like that, right? Yeah. So adjust the trend line like that. And you can see it's been holding, and then you got that candle close back below the trend line there, still above the trending dots. Price came back down, pushed back up, back tested that upward trend line, and we'll see if it's going to start breaking down from there. This is an old take those off, but we have bearish divergence on the Dow Jones, and we could see possibly start to break down in the near future for a retracement. We got the small gap over here at 36,200 ish, and we'll see how it plays out from here. But could see a retracement in the near future. We got bearish divergence, but it is still currently bullish above the trending dots. Broke down below the upward trend line, and so we'll continue to watch it and see if it's going to have a bigger retracement in the near future. So Russell 2000 had a peak over here above $2,000. Looks like it was a lower high. Started to break back down. Sell signal, battle up, buy signal, sell signal, broke back down. Now you get the trending dots starting to break down from the upper trend line as well. So we'll find out if it's going to find support at target 2 or not, or if it's going to start to break back down and come down and hit target 3, if not possibly target 4 on the Russell 2000. But it could be leading the way for the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, SP 500, stuff like that. So if the other ones start to break down, we'll put these targets on as well, similar to the Russell 2000, and we'll continue to watch it over here. DXY, still bullish on the daily chart. We had been talking about it, covered it since the early January 2024, and it broke out, came back, basically consolidated sideways, came all the way back, and then pushed up and hit all four out of 4 targets. So, and then we'll find out if it's going to find support again and then break above the 4th target, flip from resistance into support that we talked about yesterday, and then we'll find out if it's going to go higher from there. So that's the dollar. Not much to report on the Magnificent Seven. I did pull up Alibaba because it was looking kind of interesting in Alibaba. So I did pull that up. It's been a long time since Alibaba has looked interesting to me. And so we're pulling it up. Nvidia, the price is 666. Probably not. That's probably not good. Nvidia down 4% today, right? Still an ultra bullish territory on the daily chart. Still ultra bullish territory on the weekly chart. Price spiked above the Abercrombie and Fitch target, or the Abercrombie and Fish target, right? As 4K mods likes to talk about. So we'll see. You know, it was just a massive move up. The trending dots are pretty far extended away, even on the weekly chart. So we'll see if it's going to consolidate a bit and build up some more momentum to the upside, or if that was it, right? Spike above, almost hit $700. When price is back down here, we talked about even on the Twitter X app, so definitely follow me over there. What if Nvidia went up and hit $700? It got very close and then crashed all the way to $78. Probably not likely. There is a gap at $306. It's a massive gap. So we'll see if it eventually fills that gap. But as of right now, it's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart, still ultra bullish on the daily chart. It is getting a retracement as of right now, though. Trending dots, even on the daily chart, is all the way back at $625. So me personally, I won't be shorting it. I don't have any plans to. So we'll see. It's still ultra bullish overall. Meta, pretty much flat, right? Did gap up from $400 all the way to $486, kind of letting the trending dots catch up, let the moving averages kind of catch up. But yeah, it was a massive move up, and it's just been kind of consolidating the past couple of days from there. Not much really to report. Less than a 1% move today. So I consider that flat on these Magnificent Seven stocks. Amazon, a lot of similarities to Meta. So can't really add too much to that. If you look at Microsoft, right? Look at Microsoft is all-time high again over here at the end of January, and then it's holding on to the trending dots. But as you can see in the RSI, there's a RSI sell signal. It's possibly that this is a lower high and then it comes back down for a retracement. So it is starting to trend down on Microsoft on the daily chart, but it's still currently bullish, and the weekly chart is still ultra bullish. So any retracements could be bought up as of right now. It's too early to say. It's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart, still currently bullish on the daily chart, and so not much else to report. Overall flat in my opinion, just because it's 0.35%, right? So Tesla could be finding bottom. It's possible. We talked about this the past week or so, but we also talked about it back here. It's possible it finds bottom, and then but it's still ultra bearish, and then it gaps down, right? So it's still ultra bearish. It's still well below the trending dots. It's still guessing as of right now. It's possible it puts in bullish divergence, gets a retracement going, but it's way too early to say. And so I'm not guessing. But it is possible it starts putting in bullish divergence, starts going through a bottoming phase, and then we'll see if it turns around from there. But still currently ultra bearish on the daily chart. The weekly chart is still bearish on the weekly chart and still trending downward. So could just be kind of taking some time off the clock, let the RSI EMA kind of catch up. Still bearish overall, and so we'll continue to watch it over there on Tesla. But as of right now, still guessing if the bottom is in or not. What not? It's even the trending dots are pretty far extended away at $224, and it's still trending downward. So even if it takes some time off the clock, kind of let the trending dots and the moving averages kind of catch up, it's still overall trending to the downside right now. Apple, like we've been talking about, basically just been going flat. Not much to report on Apple, 0.67%. Google, same thing, right? There was a reverse candle on the weekly chart last week, and looks like it might have found support so far, kind of bouncing back up, get some of that retracement from that big move. And that's about it on Google. As far as on the daily chart, it gapped down, it was bearish on the daily chart, kind of pushed back up into the trending dots, could put in a lower high. See if there's a retracement on Google. Let's flip back over to Alibaba. And this is what I was talking about on Alibaba. If we zoom out here on the weekly chart, you kind of see that I made these drawings a long time ago, right? And Alibaba went through a major correction. So even from the all-time high, Alibaba correction went all the way down 81%, and now it's basically been 175 weeks. What is that? It's more than 3-year correction, right? So a 3-year correction. DJR 78. Hey, my man Jesse in the house. Awesome. Good to see you. Longtime market sniper. Appreciate your efforts as always. Nice to be here with you and the crew. Yes, the 78. Yes. My man, longtime market sniper in the Discord. Good to see you here. Been there since day one. Good to see you back in the live streams. So you got this low here on Alibaba. It's been going through a bottoming phase. Got a higher low over here. Mapped out these arrows, right? And so that's the weekly chart. So it's possible a higher low was just put in on Alibaba. Looks like it's starting to break out to the upside on Alibaba weekly chart. There's no buy signal. There's no pending buy signal. In the daily chart, if you kind of drop down in the daily chart, been kind of talking about it, covering it from this, even the shorter term move up, came back down. Looks like a higher low is getting put in. We mapped this out a while back, probably at least a week or two ago. And now, then yesterday had a buy signal, and then now it's pumping up again. So had one arrow from this downward trend line here, and then double arrow from this longer term upward downward trend line from there. So that's kind of watching over here. Alibaba, is it breaking out? Looks like it's breaking out. Hasn't retested the 200-week moving average since August 2021. Wow. August 2021. Excuse me. So, whoo, a low, a higher low. Looks like it's starting to break out. Could be back above the trending dots. Uh, Looked like there was a very close weekly close back above the trending dots. Reversal candle. And of course, had the one arrow drawn for here, two arrows drawn from here, and then price could take off to the upside from there on Alibaba. So Alibaba is looking interesting to me. And so I wanted to point it out, and we'll see if it retests the 200-week moving average eventually. It's been a long time coming. All the way since August 2021, like I said, and even before that, July 2021. So looking at almost 3 years, right? 2.5 to 3 years since it's retested the 200-week moving average. And so we'll continue to watch it, but it could be breaking out to the upside on Alibaba. It's been forever, right? It's been forever. I used Alibaba as one of the leading indicators of, hey, price is pumping up all the way to 318. I remember shorting it back here on the lower high. It was a pretty good short back then. It was a long time ago. Shorted it. I was shorting it with options, and it worked out really good. So that's Alibaba. Now, after this huge long correction, could be breaking out to the upside. We will see on Alibaba. What else? Let's flip back over to crypto. Got a pending buy signal on Ethereum, right? Got this phantom downward trend line. Let's see. Let's move that over like that. Yeah, I definitely don't like that trend line. So we'll see if this buy signal holds or not, right? 2 of the 4 targets were hit to the downside. And remember, Bitcoin has hit 4 of the 4 longer term targets. If Ethereum were to hit 4 out of 4 longer term targets, price would be up at about $3,400. So Ethereum has not. We will see if price is going to hit that or not. 4K mods. Oh my God, dude. Luckily I took profits when Nvidia was 685 and then went to 660. Yep. Awesome. Always good to take profits. Good job. So pending buy signal on Ethereum. Will it get faded? Will it get sold off? It's possible. Or will it find support? You got a green trending dot. You got a pending buy signal. And it did retrace almost to the third target. Hit 3 out of the 4 targets to the downside. And that might be it. It's possible. It might be it. That's why there's 4 targets, right? There's not just one target. So DOT has hit 3 out of the 4 targets to the downside. Will it find support? Was at the bottom there from January 2020, January 23rd, 2024, right? We will see more defined downward trend line. So we're going to continue to watch it over there. Had some green trending dot here. Let me get rid of these arrows, these check marks, right? Not arrows, these check marks. Is battling the trending dots right now. It has not regained it. So we'll see if it's going to get a breakout in the near future. If so, you would think that possibly Bitcoin or Ethereum will lead the way. Ethereum could be leading the way. We'll see. Chainlink could have led the way. Currently down 3% as of right now, but it was a big move up. Cardano, still watching the same things, right? Still watching the exact same setup. 2 out of the 4 targets so far, but struggling to get back above the trending dots. We'll continue to watch it. Sand broke out of this downward trend line and then came all the way back down, back tested it. Still below the trending dots. Could be finding support, but too early to say as of right now. Could be a double wick bottom over here at about 42 cents. And we'll continue to watch these crypto assets in Sand and Near. Near has hit 3 out of the 4 targets to the downside. Is that it? Too early to say. We're still watching and waiting over there. Mana, they're all starting to look very similar, except for Chainlink, right? So Chainlink was consolidating. And if Bitcoin were to play out similarly, right? If Bitcoin played out similarly, I would say that Bitcoin's around this area here. You could see a price break back down, right? Put in a higher low, and then continue out for the breakout from there. So Chainlink broke out, still bullish on the daily chart, and so continue to watch it over there. Matic up 2.5%. Could have put in a higher low, could start to make a move, start to get back above the trending dots, put in a buy signal, regain the 200-week moving average. So we'll continue to watch Matic and some of these crypto assets over here, if it's going to break out or not, right? So what else? Let's circle back. Let's before we run out of steam, Lois, you've asked about LAES on the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at it. Let's see. LAES. Just make sure I got enough steam over here. And let's take a look at it. So LAES. So it's bullish on the daily chart, Lois. After finding bottom down here, right? Pumped up, put in a higher low, and then it's still bullish on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Not much history on it, right? Not much history on this chart. So, but the daily chart is bullish. Do you have some green trending dots on the weekly chart? Could be gaining relative strength on the weekly chart, but there's no pending buy signal or anything like that. And there's just not a ton of chart history. There's not even 200-week moving average or anything like that. So can't really add too much value other than, there was a buy signal. The last buy signal was at $1.72. And now here you are from that last buy signal back above the trending dots. Everything's kind of trending upwards on the daily chart, but also the weekly chart. It's starting to trend in the right direction, but still no buy signal on the weekly chart over there. So can't really add too much value over there. There's just not a lot of chart history on it. So we'll continue to watch all the rest of these as well. Anything else that jumps out? Wolf up 6%. Yeah, not much. Hut still down in the dumps, right? Had this low here. Maybe it'll put in a higher low, possible. Took out that pivot point down there. Really not much else to report as of yet. Usually they pump quickly, then they dump quickly, and then they go through a consolidation process that is not quick, and then it just takes time. So it's like catching lightning in a bottle. Talked about it. Here's some of the old drawings, right? So what was interesting was, kind of move it around, similar idea, right? So we'll see how it plays out on Hive and some of these other Bitcoin mining stocks. But I would expect Bitcoin, if these mining stocks are going to take off to the upside, I expect Bitcoin to kind of make its move first. So it could go through this bottoming phase till the end of February, early March, mid-March, possibly, as you can kind of see, and let Bitcoin kind of take off to the upside first, and then prior to the halving, and then we'll see about these Bitcoin mining stocks. So with that, right at about the 30-minute mark, we're keeping it to about 30 minutes so I can keep my energy level. Thanks for all of your support. Stay dry out there if you're in Southern California, especially if you're in San Diego or LA County. The flash flood warnings out there. Be careful out there. For us, there's no flash flood warnings to where we're at. We're okay over there. It's just perpetual sprinkling. Just sprinkles every day, all day. The dog hates it for her walks, but I've got an umbrella, so it's whatever. It is what it is. Sorry, doggy. But with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. Stay dry out there if you are in Southern California, and we will see you tomorrow on the next one. Thanks for all of your support. Smash the like, smash the subscribe button.